Good morning, Bubbles. Go Phillies. Go Phillies. We are live. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show. Hope you're doing well today. I got my Phillies shirt because they're going to the World Series. Yay! All right, enough of that. Anyway, Phillies going to the World Series. We're all excited here in the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia. I was out there. We were out there after the game. It was made. We thought it was like super late. It was 8 o'clock when we got back, so it's good. Bubbles just got done raiding the dog food, so she's all like ready to pass out. And today, I want to talk muffin, experimental muffins here. We're going to check out this muffin and talk about experiments and how you need to give your team space and time to experiment to move the needle to the next level. So that's what we're going to talk about today, bringing value to your customer. So it's a 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master, as a coach. And here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a way that you can bring value to your customer, more value to your customer, not work crazy hours to get that value, and have fun along the way so you can visit your friends and family and go out and do some stuff and enjoy stuff. It looks like we had a little delay there in our connection. This is live, by the way. Oops. 0. Oh, hey, Bubbles. There we go. All right. So that's off. So I'm going to try to save bandwidth. I saw the bandwidth thing kick in. So I hope everything's going well. Anyway, so here we're going to talk about today experimental muffins. So yesterday I was working with the coffee, and I was in the coffee shop, and the owner of the coffee shop is doing experiments with baking goods. He loves using oats. He wants to build a muffin that doesn't use general all-purpose flour. Keep it gluten. He's very big on low gluten-free and how to get there. So he's using oats and experiment with different things and different. So I was watching him make these muffins. I was just watching, so observing, right? That's what I do as an Agile coach. I observe a lot. And he made these muffins. These are beautiful muffins. And one, I loved his way of, I should open it up. How do I open it up here? Oh, so it looked good. On the outside, look awesome. Problem was the muffin would fall apart. I mean, it just would basically fall apart here. Oops, there you go. And it wouldn't stay whole. It would just fall apart. Maybe there's too much moisture in it. But he's experimenting with it, trying to figure out what it tastes. Let's see. Let's taste it though, right? So this is the ultimate in sprint review. They're tasty. There's something he needs to work on. Don't know what it is, but they're tasty. But again, it fell apart. But you could give up, not try it, but you have to give yourself time and space to experiment, to try to move the needle. Because hey, if he makes muffins that are gluten-free and it's his recipe and everything like that, there's lots of things we could do with that. I was talking about content, material, and things like that. But also sell them in the store because he wants to get the shop back open 7 days a week, and he wants to sell his muffins and all that kind of healthy stuff that he has there related to the oats and to the farm to table type concept. But I want to share that with you because we need to give our teams time and space to experiment in a sprint. If your sprints are just full of stuff and no experimentation, and you're just working business as usual, demands from the customer all the time, and that's all you're doing, you're not really giving your team a chance to move the needle to the next level. And you have to encourage this as Scrum Masters and coaches and managers. To be honest with you, the managers are the worst, to allow for experimentation by the team to try to find new ways of doing things that would move the needle, whether it would be develop ways to not work as hard to produce the same amount of content so they can free up time on the backside to do more experimentation. Because if you don't do that, you'll never have free time to experiment. High Bubbles. But that's like key to making Scrum what it is, making teams what Agile teams are all about, the ability to adapt to new demands in the market, what the customer wants. And it's not just like, I'll do anything the customer wants, and they just tell me and they keep giving my stuff. And so there's more to it than that, right? There's about doing some things that just make the process better so that you can service them better in the long run. And you have to balance that. But if there's no balance that allows freedom and openness in the sprint to experiment like he did with the muffins, though they really are good muffins. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to eat that muffin. As soon as this show's over, muffin's gone. It's actually pretty tasty. First it was kind of weird, but now I'm like, oh, it's got a really good taste. It had apples in it and all kinds of good flavor, natural stuff in it. And you have to allow them to experiment. It may not go right the first time, but that's okay. It's like, okay, this didn't work. How do we do this? It's the drive and energy to get there. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's what makes teams happy when they get to experiment and try new things. That's what gives them that energy and drive to keep going. And everyone wants, how do we keep people here? Well, let them do some experiments. People naturally like to experiment and try different things. Some people don't, but most people like to do that and develop a culture that allows that to flourish. And maybe this would be a retro item. Actually, you know what? I should do that. One of my shows. One fun Friday. We'll bring in some experiments, and maybe it'll be the muffin. I don't know, but we'll talk about it. Maybe everyone bring a different experimental cookie to work. I used to do that all the time. We used to do fun things like that. Anyway, that's what I have today. Give your team some time to experiment. Maybe they do. Maybe you can span them with doing some baking or something via the internet, and they could do something on a Friday and have fun, experiment with what they're doing. With that, I want to say, go Phils, right? Go Phillies, and have fun, enjoy it. And they all, I'm going to tell you about this. I'm going to throw this one fun thing. One thing they say about the Phillies is that they're having fun. They transformed. Okay, I'm doing this show tomorrow, and we're going to talk about what happened with the Phillies from the beginning of the year when they changed their coach to where they were later in the year and where they are now going to the World Series. That is actually a good talking about fun and having. I'm going to do that tomorrow. So we're going to do that tomorrow. I will talk about the Phillies' road to this World Series and how they got there a little bit. My observations as a coach. And I wish you all the best. Have a great day. Happy scrumming. See you tomorrow. Take care.